Um, so I will, if it's okay, I'll just share that document again and we can pick up where we left off.
Okay. So that is our current ambulance billing structure.
Yep.
We do a bundled, so those are the prices right there. So I just did a quick example of a BLS run. The mileage, 4.2 miles, using from actually the fire station to Clinton Hospital. That's what we're looking at is a billable rate right there. We go down estimated 100 gallons. That is on the current mileage of the fuel usage of the vehicle. That would probably go down, but figured on it now, it's $1,872 annually. The $200, which we spoke about for the annual inspection, roughly supplies and equipment that we use throughout the year. So in year one, the total is $5,072 because we would need to purchase additional equipment such as the stair chair, a second stair chair, some other supplies. Then moving forward, the supplies would drop to $2,000 for the one-time use equipment we have. So in year one, if we had 4 billable calls, we covered the cost, annual cost of the ambulance. Year two, 2 billable calls. As I said before, if this ambulance would go out, new ambulance, obviously, most times there is you're working some bugs out of the ambulance, so it's out to service a couple times. That's lost revenue. In this fashion, if we keep the both of them, the town does not lose revenue, and we do not have to use our mutual aid partners. We have a second ambulance ready to go in its place if it needs to go out for service. Storage, still working on it, but just took some measurements that we'll put over at the old station. We're going to put a heater in it if the heat is not adequate. Our current response to medicals is 4, so that would be appropriate to cover actually 2 ambulances. The current standard is 2 EMTs to transport. We're providing 4 EMTs to almost every call through either on duty and on call staff. So we could staff that second ambulance manpower wise. As stated in here, went out, seeing back-to-back medicals increasing. So this, again, we're providing the service with our own EMTs to our own town instead of waiting for mutual aid, which we have great mutual aid partners, but it would be good if we can take care of it with our own personnel. The second ambulance would cover the 10 calls. That's where we could look at possible revenue intake. So for those reasons, in the $10,000 trade-in, I think the town is better served to maintain the second ambulance at this point.
So I'll stop sharing. I can share it again if people need, but I wanted to give folks an opportunity to ask any questions that they might have.
So yeah, it seems like a very clear win for the town to keep it going. The $800 for fuel seems kind of high, as you said. I mean, assuming we're only looking at this as an overflow ambulance or a secondary ambulance, I'd expect that number to be a quarter of what it is or something of that nature, unless of course the heater's running off of the diesel or something. And that brings me to another question about how much electricity we're talking about. I don't think it's a big deal, but something's going to be heating that.
Correct. So we've working with truck manufacturers. It would be actually in the ambulance, so we're not heating a whole building. We're heating a small area just to keep our equipment warm and to spec for OEMS regulations. You are correct. I wanted to go on the high end for the diesel. So what is it currently doing? I fully expect it to be half, at least half of what is posted there. But those are the hard numbers that I had documented for that vehicle's use over the past year. So that would be on the high end.
How many runs are done by the current ambulance per year?
Currently, right now, in the past 365 days, that ambulance has responded to 626 incidents.
Okay, so we'll probably pass 4.
Thinking we will pass 4. There have been, over the past year, requests for a second ambulance because the ambulance has been tied up 15 times now.
Okay, I see there's no reason not to keep it going. I mean, I assume at some point the repairs are going to exceed its utility, but I hope that's quite a bit far away.
Again, I'm with the projects coming in. We're looking at a possible 13%. And again, we don't know how many people are moving into if the apartment building goes through, but rough numbers are about 700 or 13% of our population going up. So I can expect probably about a 6% increase in call volume
Sure.
in that property. So we're looking, if we add that in, we're going to roughly about 712 calls additional from what we have right now. Not additional, sorry, a total of 712 from 626 calls, given rough numbers.
Sounds good.
John,
Go ahead, Bob.
did you have anything else, Craig? Sorry.
No, I'm good.
Oh, okay. I had a couple of questions. I mean, it seems like it completely makes sense to me as well. The old fire station, I'm not really familiar with the state of the building. Is there anything that needs to be done to structurally or electrically or to prepare it to be the home for the second ambulance?
The space it'll fit. Like I said, it has electricity. So the electricity will be inside the vehicle, will be shored. So as far as that goes, no, we're all set. It will fit and it serves the purpose.
And there's no structural concerns with that building, roof issues, anything like that?
I know that the buildings are being evaluated.
Yeah.
The finals are.
Okay. And then one other question. You made the point that the second ambulance could be used for back-to-back calls. So would you change your procedure so that if, in a single call, only 2 EMTs would go out so that 2 others would be available to man the second ambulance for a back-to-back call? Or how would you work that so that you have the people available to support back-to-back calls?
So currently the policy, if we have multiple people that show up, so let's use the 4, 2 would transport, 2 return to the station. Right now, obviously, it's not to man the second ambulance, but it is to help assist getting the supplies back on, reports started. So there are 2 people there until that first ambulance comes back. So if there was another transport, they are available to go.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Is there an alarm?
Oh, go ahead, Craig.
Is there an alarm built into the heating system so that if something goes poorly, you know about it without having to pull it every few hours for all winter?
That can be added. That is a feature that can be added, yes.
I also recall, I don't know how long ago, but I recall, I think it was a DPW was talking about storing summer equipment in the building in the off season. You might want to check with them to see whether they're about to stuff a lot of equipment right where you're going to put your equipment.
No, I've been working with the DPW director. We know where things will fit and what is in there. We needed to remove one piece of equipment that has been done.
Fair enough.
Yep.
I had a question that kind of related to what Bob was asking about the staffing, which is just, do you anticipate having to make any major adjustments to the way folks are scheduled or staffed up? Because we'll sort of know that we always have a second ambulance potential.
At this point, I cannot, staffing won't change. I have the funding to have additional staff on. This would be primarily for the on-call people coming back during the day, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. We have one per diem paramedic. The full-time employee is currently working 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and I am there, let's call it 7 to 5. And then people will come in if there is a call, and they stay, as I said, while that ambulance is out, and they will be relieved when the call is over.
Okay.
So I don't see any major structural changes to the schedule.
Okay. Any other questions? Okay, well, so thank you very much for that presentation and information. It's really helpful. I think then I would say if somebody would like a motion to approve the chief's proposal to maintain a second ambulance as outlined in his proposal.
I'll move we approve the second ambulance.
I second that.
Okay, I'll do a roll call. All in favor, Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Omid,
Aye.
Craig,
Aye.
and Brian is a yes as well. Okay, Chief, I think that's all we need from you tonight. Thank you so much for taking time on a holiday week for this meeting.
Thank you very much. Thanks
Do
to
you
all.
do you need us to send anything to the select board, or can you just let them know, or what's easiest?
I would think that I can say that we met and it was a favorable vote to maintain it, if that's, you're good with that.
Yep.
Okay.
Sure.
Thank
All
you
right, if
very
everyone
much.
else can stay on for just another minute. All right, happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Bye. All right, so I wanted to get a vote on the minutes, which I can share for 1 second. So these were taken by Bill last time. Bill, I had just one thing that I wanted to add, which was in this bullet here. In your copy, can you just add the word article after warrant? The warrant article.
In which one? Oh, okay. Yeah, I see
Yeah,
it.
see right there. But
Yep.
otherwise, I had no changes. So is there a motion to approve the minutes?
I move we approve the minutes as written.
I'll second that.
Okay, roll call. Bob,
Aye.
Bill,
Aye.
Omid. I'll go back to Omid. Craig,
Aye.
Omid. Oh, he just lost. So I think he's a yes. And then I'm a yes as well. And then the last thing that I wanted to ask before we end is I've been in touch with Nanachka about trying to schedule our in-person overall budget review session, which we usually do in December. So I think the two dates that we're considering are the Tuesday, the 14th, or Tuesday, the 21st. Is there anybody that can't do either one of those dates? Okay. So for now, then I'll just sort of see what works for Nanachka, and then we can schedule it. My guess is we'll end up doing it the 21st because she may want a little extra time she's working with a lot of different department budgets to try to combine them. So she may want an extra week. All right. Well, with that, if there's a motion to adjourn.
I move we adjourn.
I second that.
Okay, I'll do a roll call. Bob,
Aye.
Omid,
Aye.
Bill,
All right.
Craig,
Aye.
and I'm a yes as well. Hey, have a really wonderful Thanksgiving, everybody.
All right.
Thanks.
Thanks.